How's it going, guys? Once again here, I'm doing a video to show you how to remove an ingrown toenail at home. Now, I know I've done a couple of videos before this. I did them a few years ago. But I never really showed how to do it. Personally, I just showed the aftermath pretty much. So, today, I'm going to show you what I do to remove an ingrown toenail. And I know a bunch of you are going to put comments on there telling me I'm stupid and an idiot and should go to the doctor and whatnot. Trust me, I'm well aware of it. I'm well aware of the risks that I'm taking. I'm well aware that this may be somewhat idiotic and barbaric in a sense, but this is the system I've been doing for years now. I haven't had any real problems with it at all. Obviously, the ingrown toenails keep coming back. They're more rare than they were, but when I do have them, I will use this method to get them out. Now, as you can see in front of me right here, these are all the tools that I use to take them out. This is a far better system than what I used in the first videos. I know in the first videos I showed I had a bunch of other stuff to use. Since then, I've refined it down to these three tools right here. You really don't need any more than these three right here. The first one right here, obviously the alcohol cleansing pad is vital. You want to rub that on your toe and clean all the tools before you do this, because you don't want to get an infection. Secondly, before I was using a Swiss Army knife with the miniature scissors on it to cut it out. I did that for a while, but recently I upgraded to cuticle cutters. You can find these at any drugstore, any supermarket, any pharmacy. I'm not sure how much they are. They're probably around $10 or so. These things work excellently. The cuticle cutters work excellently for getting out ingrown toenails. They're pretty much as close as you're going to get to what the actual doctors use to remove ingrown toenails. So if you do this at home, I would highly suggest that you get a pair of cuticle cutters. It'll make everything so much easier for you. Thirdly, this tool right here is a little tool that has grooves in it, so you can get underneath the nail. This is a tool specifically for ingrown toenails. I found it at a pharmacy or drugstore too. This also is extremely vital for the removal of the ingrown toenails and loosening them up so you can get them out. This thing is not expensive at all. It's probably under $5. And lastly is just a good old pair of miniature pliers. Most of the time I don't really use these. I'll use them for tough ones, but most of the times I don't use them. I just use the cuticle cutters, and I'll grab them and twist them enough so I can grab the nail and pull it out without cutting the nail. Sometimes it does cut through, but you can just use the pliers or tweezers to get the remaining out, and I really haven't had any problems with that. So, given that, I'm going to show you the process that I do to get the ingrown toenails out. Now, the toenail I'm taking out, obviously, it's really not that badly ingrown at all. Honestly, I probably could afford not to take it out right now, but I can definitely feel it coming. So, I'm going to take it out for now, so that way I can give you guys an aspect of what it is that I do to get these out. And hopefully it helps you guys out if this is the path that you choose, even though I probably highly recommend that you go to a doctor. But, like I said, I know the risks that are being taken. So, with that, I'll get rid of these. And this is the ingrown. I don't know if you can see. Okay, there we go. This is the ingrown toenail I'm going to take out on this side right here. As you can see, I took out this side right here a few months ago. This one was pretty badly ingrown, but the method I used, it got it out plain and simple, and it's healed up It's healed up pretty well, and it's a pretty clean cut for the most part. And I haven't really had any problems with it whatsoever. So, but this side is the one I'm ingrown. As you can see, it's starting to get a little red and tender right here. I mean, if I push on it, you know, I can feel where it is. I can feel it coming through. So, but this is the toe that I'm going to be using So, first things first is I'm going to get the alcohol cleansing pad, and I'm going to clean the area. Obviously, I would probably prefer iodine. Use this like a doctor uses, but I don't really have the access to iodine, so alcohol is the next best thing. I'm also going to sterilize, use another pad to clean off the tools a little bit. There we go. Okay, so first things first is I am going to loosen up this nail right here with this tool, and I like to go in at an angle and then slowly get underneath and pull. See how I can pull the nail out? I don't know if you guys can see, but there's the part of the nail that's ingrown, just a little bit of it. I'm going to try to get down to the far as the root as I possibly can. Now, this does not really hurt for me because I've done it so many times that it doesn't really affect me anymore. So it's a little uncomfortable, but it's really not painful at all. Some of you might think otherwise, but after doing this for so long, I've just become used to it. So as you can see, I've got the bit of the ingrown toenail out. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but you can see that little flap of nail that was digging in. So now that I've got that loosened, oops, I'm going to take the cuticle cutters and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come in at an angle. I know it's hard because it's hard to get a vantage here. I'm going to come in like this. I want this side down, the cutting side, I want that facing in so I can get a nice and clean cut. And I'm simply just gonna cut straight down, just like I did with the tool to loosen. I'm just gonna come straight all the way down to the root. There we go, almost there. There we go. So as you can see, I've got it cut now. I got a little excess right there. See? There we go. It's pretty much already out. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the nail's already out pretty much. All I have to do now is take the pliers and pull it off, and voila. There it is. All out. I can feel the pressure taken off of it. It definitely feels better. As you can see, there's the curvature in the nail from where it was digging into my foot. And now I'm just going to check. Actually, there's a little bit of an excess part of the nail right here. A little bit of blood, not much. There we go. There's a little bit of blood. I'll just take the alcohol pad that I had and wipe that off. So this isn't really painful for me anymore because I've done it so many times. You get used to it enough. I mean, it's, you know, it eventually, you get used to anything, and it doesn't really hurt that much anymore after doing this for so long. So there we go. It's a little bit red, obviously from poking at it and digging under, but ingrown toenail is gone. I don't feel any pressure on it anymore. I'll give you guys a better view from my vantage point here without trying to block it out. So as you can see, the nail is gone. And here's the part of the nail that I pulled out. You guys can see the curve in it. It was like this. There's the curvature of it right there where it was digging in. And there's the result. Obviously I'm going to go clean this with soap and water after I end the video, and keep it elevated for an hour or so to stop the blood flow. So pretty much that's it, guys. Like I said, it's not too hard. Don't, if you're not comfortable doing this at home, obviously go to a doctor. That's what I recommend, but like I said, I've done this so many times that it's just become routine for me. So and it doesn't seem to really bother me anymore. So, but obviously, if you're not comfortable with that, I would definitely recommend going to a doctor and getting this done. The only downfall of this is that it does grow back because I don't have access to the Frenol that the doctors use, which they put on the root, and it stunts the growth of the root so it doesn't grow back, so this happens again. That's the only downfall pretty much of doing this by myself. Obviously there's other downfalls, there could be infection and you could make it worse, but I know those risks, I know what I'm taking. So, but other than that, it's pretty cut and dry. There's not much to it really. These 3 tools right here, these 3, 1, 2, 3, make the job much easier than the other method that I used to use. So, but if you guys have any questions or concerns how to do this, or if you want to publicly bash me in the comments, feel free to do so. I know you have before. So, but if you have any questions or concerns, just get in touch with me through my YouTube account. I'll be glad to answer them, and I'll be glad to give some insight if you guys choose to go this route. So, once again, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the future.